Hi guys, I just figured I would start my first vlog. I arrived in Vienna on Monday and it is now Wednesday night here. So I just figured I'd talk about how my first 2 days have gone, my first impressions of Austria, and give you a tour of the dorm that I just moved into. It was actually really easy for me to move into the dorm. I already had an appointment with the lady. I met her here and she gave me my keys. So that was easy. Anyways, I'll show you the dorm first. Alright guys, I figured I'd give you a small little tour of my dorm. This is the entrance doorway, which has a full-size mirror, which is great. I didn't expect that. There's this little closet area with a place where you can put shoes or whatever. And the bathroom's right here. It's just a normal bathroom, really. And normal bathroom stuff right there. Then this is the actual room part. This side here is my side, and the other side is my roommate's side, but she's actually only going to be here until March 1st, and then she's moving into a bigger room. It's a single room. And yeah, so I was able to put all my shoes right there, and I still have more space. And the closets are over here, and they also have like a ridiculous amount of space. See? It's like all those cubes. I'd have room for a lot more stuff if I wanted it. And I even have, you know, a little nightstand with 2 drawers, a little cupboard and a drawer, and this nice area right behind my head to put stuff. The bookshelf is just giant over there, and oh yeah, I also got this orchid when I was in IKEA the other day. I couldn't help myself. It was too cute. And these are our desks. This is my roommate's side of the room. So honestly, it's a lot of space for me. Especially, it's only 315 euros a month, like utilities included and everything, which is honestly cheaper than my dorm was in the US my first year, which is awesome. And it's more space than that too. So I'm pretty happy with this so far. Yeah, that's your tour. And I forgot, I wanted to show you that my bedspread that I picked out at IKEA has like all these botanical flowers on it, which I think is really cute. So another thing about the dorm is that there is a community kitchen on this floor. I counted and I think I share it with 13 different people. So that is a lot of people to share a kitchen with, but at least I can still cook and I still have some space to store cooking supplies and food. And again, that's better than my first year at West Virginia University because I didn't even have a community kitchen and I had to be on meal plan, so still much better. So another fun fact about the dorm is that on the first floor we have 3 different vending machines, which wouldn't be that weird from the United States. We do have one of those hot coffee vending machines, so that's pretty cool. But the funny part is that one of the vending machines has beer in it, which I just find so amusing because, you know, you would never see that in a dorm in the US. No one would be like, yeah, let's give our students access to beer right on the first floor. So before I made it to the dorm, I had some interesting flights. I got a window seat every single flight, which was awesome. The seat gods blessed me. But the last flight I had, well, I had to go through French border control and I only had an hour layover, so I was almost late. I was like running through the airport trying to get to this flight in time. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be late. But then I got there and it was a huge line. So I was like, oh, wow, awesome, I made it. And we actually left like 25 minutes later than the departure time, which was crazy. But once I got on the plane, I found out why. Well, part of the reason why there was such a long line and everything. So in the back of the plane, someone was like screaming their head off, saying that they were scared that they were going to fly, they didn't want to fly, and like someone just needs to help them like over and over again, and it was mildly disturbing. But one of the flight attendants told us that this guy was actually being deported. So he was trying to cause this huge scene so that the plane wouldn't leave and that he would be quiet once we started flying, because apparently everyone who's deported normally becomes quiet when they're flying because they can't stop the plane anymore. And she wasn't wrong. Once the plane started, he went silent, and the rest of the flight was really quiet, which is good, because even like the lady in front of me, like she requested to move seats because she just couldn't like stand being anywhere near this guy. So that was interesting. I've never witnessed that before. And then when I actually arrived in Vienna, so I took the airport train to the center of Vienna, and from where that airport train is to my dorm is a 20-minute walk. So because I'm cheap, I was like, oh, I'll just walk the 20 minutes with all my suitcase, with my like all my luggage. And that was fun. That it obviously took me longer than 20 minutes because I was just like dragging my suitcase with like my duffel bag on me and my backpack, and I was like, oh, why did I do this? But you know, after I had already started going, it was too late. I needed to finish it. So that was kind of funny. And I did see a couple of things that are really close to my dorm. Like there's a bakery 3 minutes away from my dorm. Everything's just so close. That was one of the first things I noticed. I was like, I can't believe how many things are near my dorm. Because obviously where I am in West Virginia, it's just not like that. Like maybe if I had a dorm downtown, but I still don't have like a big grocery store 3 minutes from my house like I do here. So living in an actual city is going to be interesting. Especially with all the public transportation that's here. So at least it makes it a lot easier, you know, since I won't have a car. I know that when I was in Morgantown without a car, that kind of sucked a lot. So at least I can get around pretty easily. Like, so when I came back from my flight, I walked in here after getting my keys, and I laid down on my bed, and I was like, I'm just going to lay here for a little bit because I'm tired. I hadn't slept in over 24 hours because I couldn't fly on the plane. Well, I couldn't sleep on the plane, sorry. I can't talk today. And then I was just going to nap. I set an alarm for 2 hours, and I just slept the whole time. It was 2 p.m. and I slept until like midnight, and then I woke up and I couldn't go back to sleep until like 5 in the morning, and then I woke back up the next day at 2, and I hadn't even gotten bedding for my bed yet, so I just had slept with like my hoodie rolled up as my pillow, and then I was like, okay, I need to find bedding, and I don't know any of the stores here, so I was trying to Google like bedding store, where can I get pillows, and Google wasn't being that helpful. Like the places it recommended, I walked to one of them and it like totally did not have actual pillows for beds. It was like chairs and couches more so. And then the other one was this designer store where the bedding was more than 200 euros, and I was like, no way. But then I saw there was an IKEA, but the IKEA was gonna be like a long trip. I was like, well, at least I know IKEA, and I know what IKEA has. So I went to IKEA, and with the aid of Google Maps, I went on the subway. First I walked to the subway, then I went on the subway, like past a lot of stops, then I got off the subway, went onto a bus, then got off the bus, then walked the rest of the IKEA. Like, and it only ended up, it's only like a 35-minute trip. You just have to do a lot of like hopping between things. Because, you know, the IKEA is huge, so it can't be like anywhere near the center of Vienna. That there's not space for that. So I did that. I got my bedding, I got towels, and then when I came back from that, I did the same thing. I just like went to sleep as soon as I put my bedding down. And then again, I woke up in the middle of the night and I couldn't go to sleep until the morning. And then I woke up today at 12:30, which was better. And I'm still awake now, and it is 9:30, so I'm finally, I think, getting back towards a normal sleep schedule. And but yeah, I mean, jet lag has been awful so far. It hasn't been working for me. I've been to Europe twice now, and both other times it wasn't as bad as it has been for me this time as far as sleep goes. So that's been interesting. And then today I also went out to the grocery store and got some things to carry me over for the rest of this week. That'd be cool. I was really excited because I'll show you. So I absolutely love Milka, and of course these are in the grocery store. They're like, you can sometimes find these in the US, but then they're really expensive, like $3 a bar or something. And of course here it's like €1 for this whole bar of chocolate. And Milka is one of like the best brands for chocolate ever, in my opinion. I just love it. So I was so excited to finally have this again. And then I got those cola gummies because I love those. I also got another Milka bar, which is awesome. So I was excited to be in this Austrian grocery store, especially because it's such a short walk, so it's really easy to just get a small amount of things. Like I don't have the space to store a lot of stuff in the kitchen, but it doesn't matter because the grocery store is so close. And another interesting thing was, so I was in the grocery store and I saw these little like orange berries, and I was like, what are those? And the front of this label doesn't really tell you. It just says Beeren mix. And okay, so one of the nice things about German so far is at least some of it's kind of straightforward. Like you can really tell that just means berry mix. Like that's pretty easy. Not everything's like that though. As some of you know, I've never taken a German class in my life. It wasn't offered to me before college, and in college, I never took it. So this will be interesting. I plan on learning a lot of German, and I already have started to learn things like some of the names for berries. On the back, right here, it lists them. So food's definitely going to be the thing I learn the fastest because I need to eat, so I need to know what things are. At least with something like this, I can easily tell. Like that's blueberries and that's raspberries, but I've never heard of this before. And actually, so in English, this would be a hold on a second. A Peruvian ground cherry. So I tried them, and they taste really unique. Like I've never tried anything like this. They're kind of sticky. They're like the size of a cherry tomato, and when you bite into it, it's like the texture of a cherry tomato. But it's simultaneously more sour and more sweet than a cherry tomato. So I don't know, it's like really unique tasting. So that's exciting. I've already noticed a lot of different desserts that I'm definitely going to try a lot of. There's so many things to try right now, and I'm really excited about that. I've already noticed some price differences between things in the US and here. One of the really cheap things so far is dates. Look at this giant pack of dates, okay? This was €2. You're lucky if you get this for $7 in the US. So I got a pack to snack on since they last a long time. That was cool. So another thing that I had almost forgotten about from when I went to Germany forever ago in high school was that apple juice is like a normal thing to drink at any point in time during the day here, which is kind of cool because I really like apple juice. They have carbonated apple juice. Like even if you go to McDonald's, like one of the fountain drink options is carbonated apple juice. So that's a fun fact. So my plans for the rest of the week are that tomorrow I am going to go to my school for the first time. I'll hopefully get registered for all my classes, get my ID, all the basic setup stuff, and I'll bring my camera along and get pictures of Vienna, what's near my dorm, that sort of thing. Then Saturday, I'm going to visit my friend Toby in Germany, and we already have plans to see a European football game / American soccer game the day I get there. So that'll be a fun experience, and I'll be spending the whole week hanging out with Toby before I need to come back for my classes. So that's about it for now, and I'll keep you guys updated.